What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brandon and we are going to do an oil change on this Kubota B3300SU. Engine oil, not hydraulic oil. I'm pointing at the hydraulic area, but front of the tractor, I promise. And it's all thanks to FridayParts.com. They were nice enough to send me this care package. It has a full service filter kit in here. Basically, I have hydraulic filters, transmission filters, oil filters, air filters, fuel filters, and all we're going to do in this video is engine oil and air filter and fuel filter. Let's open up the box from Friday Parts and see how well they packaged it, and then let's get to changing the oil on the tractor. Alright, everything looks pretty well packaged. That looks like a Frisbee. Yeah, Friday Parts sent me a Frisbee. That's pretty cool. I wonder if this green glows in the dark. I'm gonna have to find out later, but that's pretty cool. Here we go. We got all of the filters in here. Everything looks pretty well packaged. They got foam spacers in here. They got tons of foam spacers. Part number, the 3365. Every piece is going to say that. That's related to the tractor because that is Kubota's filter kit for this tractor. That is the part number that Kubota references when they sell you a part. They put in that number and all the filters for this tractor will pop up in a kit, and then you can buy the entire kit from Kubota. You always want to make sure that when you buy things like this that you want to compare the filter number to the filter that's on your tractor or in your reference manual before you purchase this. Otherwise the filter might screw on, but it might not be the right filter for your situation. Let's take a look at the filter real quick. All right, we got that oil filter there, HH150 30294. It feels good. It feels like a regular oil filter, so. Hydraulic oil filter. This is a Kubota filter. This is exactly what my Kubota filter looks like. It doesn't say Kubota on my filter, but it does have this same blue writing, and that is the exact part number that my filter says on the Kubota filter. All right, more filters here. This should be an air filter. Yep, Kubota air filter. Even though these are aftermarket, these are still looks like a Kubota filter. So save yourself some money by going to FridayParts.com because this is a lot cheaper than going to Kubota. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with going to Kubota, but this kit was considerably cheaper than buying all the filters through Kubota. There we go, another filter. Hydrostat filter. Looks exactly like the Kubota filters. Feels pretty heavy like the Kubota filter too, so I have no doubt that this is probably the same filter that Kubota uses. This will be a fuel filter. And then this is a hat. It's nice enough for them to send me a hat. Car air freshener. I'm going to definitely hang that in my car. Ready to work. Friday Parts car freshener. Having all these fuel filters and stuff like that to service this Kubota is real nice. This is the part that I was most excited for. My Equinox, I blew the transmission right after I got an oil change at one of those quick lube places. I got maybe 1 mile on an oil change before my transmission decided it had enough, and now it's stuck in second gear. I need to rebuild the TCM. I need to pull that TCM. I need to rebuild it, or I need to replace it. And replacing it's really expensive. I was surprised to find it on their website, but here is the TCM, or the TICM, for a Chevy Equinox. That is awesome. So I'm going to be able to put this on there, reprogram this to the car, and I will have a brand new TICM on my transmission, and my car should run like normal again. So I'm really excited for this. All right, if you've never changed the oil on a Kubota tractor or a tractor or utility tractor, It's the same thing as changing the oil in your car or truck with some differences. You want to use a diesel oil. There are different additives in diesel oil that will help keep your engine running smoothly. I went to Kubota, I bought my oil through Kubota. It is diesel oil. So make sure you guys put diesel oil in here and the right type for your tractor. The other difference is how you drain the oil. On a car, there's only one drain plug. On a tractor like this one, there's two. This is your oil pan. You can see the shape of the oil pan makes a hump over this drive shaft, which is why we have a drain plug here and a drain plug there. I believe these are 17 millimeter, so we're gonna go ahead and get that changed. All right, we can go ahead and put our drain plug back in there. It's a good idea to always wipe up any oil. That way if you have a leak, you know that it's a new leak and not from any old oil that you left on the nut. Alright, so oil is drained. I went ahead and removed the front cover, the grill assembly here. That way we can remove this panel. That way we can get access to our oil filter, which is right down there. It's actually right here behind this panel, but it's just easier to take this whole thing off. That way we have plenty of room to get to it. Alright, now that we have the side panel off, we have full access to this filter. Well, let's get this filter off and we're going to compare this OEM one with the one from FridayParts.com. This is the old filter that we just took off. This is not the right filter for this tractor. This filter is the original part number, the HH150 32094. It was superseded to these new white filters. This filter should look identical to that one, except it should have a HH160 32093 written on it, and it does not. This is for like a BX25 series, like the smaller lawnmower style tractors, where this one is the original filter for the tractor. And comparing with one of the hydrostat filters, this is one of the generic aftermarket hydrostat filters that Friday Parts sent me. It looks identical to this filter, does it not? That's because this filter is a Kubota filter. It just does not have the Kubota stamp on it. So you are getting some OEM parts, even though they are sold as aftermarket parts, because they don't have the official branding on them. So let's get the right filter installed on the tractor. Alright, before we put the new filter on, it's always a good idea to wipe off this lip. That way we don't get any dirt or debris in here, or anything that can prevent the seal from sealing. And it's always a good idea to wipe off any excess oil that you spill. That way it doesn't make you think you got an oil leak somewhere. Alright, I dipped my finger in some oil from the new bottle. We're going to rub it around this ring. And then we're going to just thread this back on there. Alright, we're going to pour in the new oil. This takes 5.7 quarts. All right, now that we got 5.7 quarts in there, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the tractor on, cycle the oil through the system, fill up that oil filter, recheck the dipstick, add more oil if needed, and then we're gonna move on to the air filter. And I know there's gonna be people at this point in the video commenting down below, hey idiot, you didn't put the hours or the date on the filter. Well, joke's on you, buddy. I had to find a silver Sharpie, 457-5826. Ha! All right, before we put the fuel filter and the air filter on, I just want to do an apples to apples comparison between FridayParts and genuine Kubota parts. They look identical. They're exactly the same. This one says Kubota. The only differences here with the air filter is one, this is a semi-gloss like rubber compound, and this is a dull satin compound. It's probably cheaper to do it this way. That's why it's not shiny. The filter media, you guys can see the difference there, that this one is like a light tan and this one's like a darker tan. I don't know if that matters or what the particulate count is here on these, but the filter is identical other than the two differences there. Looking at the fuel filter, they are identical. Looking at the head here compared to the OEM head, they are identical. All right, now we're going to remove the air filter and replace it. It's as simple as just popping these clamps off. There's one here, one on the back side. If you have to, go ahead and just lift up on this and pull it out of the holder. That way you can have access back here. And you can undo that clamp and then pull that cover right off. And then go ahead and firmly pull this straight out. There is an inner pre-filter. You rarely have to change this. I believe there's a certain hour that you're supposed to change this, but this catches most of your dirt, and this is just a secondary filter before it goes into your engine. Comparing filters, it's the same dull gray material. It looks almost identical to the FridayParts filter. So we're going to take the new filter with the open end. We're just going to push it straight on there. We're going to push it firm and kind of make sure it seats. Put the cap back on there, same way it came off. Just like so. Clamp it down. And then clamp it down. Air filter changed. All right, now we need to remove the fuel filter. This is just going to be a simple turn. Unscrew it. You're going to lose a little bit of diesel. All right, pay attention to how everything is. You got your O-ring here, fuel filter on the inside. You want to make sure it goes back together the same way. All right, now we want to take our new filter. You're going to see here that we have these grooves, and they're going to line up to some of the grooves that are on the inside of this bowl. And it's going to be a tight fit. It's a press fit. All right, once you get the filter in here, it does fit really tight. It clicks into place. We need to put the small O-ring inside this little hole. There was not one on here, and there wasn't one in the old filter. So I don't know if they forgot to put one on there, whoever changed the filter last, but we're going to make sure that's on there. We're just going to drop that in the small hole. And then I'm just going to take a flathead, whatever you have, and make sure that it gets down in there nice and even. Just like so. And then we're going to take this bigger O-ring, we're just going to put it around top here. And it'd be a good idea to get a little diesel, some clean diesel, and spread it around here, just like you do on an oil filter. That way it'll get a good seal. And then we just thread that back up in place. Then we go in here, clean this up, dry it off. All right, just like that, we are all done. Oil change, air filter, and fuel filter complete. You guys seen what you needed to see. I still got a little bit of work to do. I got to put the front grille and the side panels back on. I got to take care of the oil. I got to do a little bit of cleanup. Huge shout out to FridayParts.com for sending me all of those filters to make this happen. If you guys have a project you're working on and you want to see if they have a part that you need, go to FridayParts.com or click the link down below. They have over 100,000 quality aftermarket parts for heavy duty equipment, off-road equipment, and even cars like my Equinox. So if you don't think they have your part, go take a look. You'll be surprised. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.